Released in the summer of 2018, the Redmi Note 6 Pro was a successor to the Note 5 Pro. Is this device still worth buying considering the waves the Redmi Note 7 Pro has made in 2019? This is Becky from Tech, and here is our Xiaomi Redmi Note 6 Pro review. This device is the definition of a budget device. It sports an all-round metal finish and is quite difficult to distinguish from the Note 5 Pro build-wise. It is actually quite large, making one-handed operations quite difficult. I found myself using my two hands when using this device. On the top of the device is the infrared sensor, a microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack, while at the bottom has the speaker grills and the USB ports. This is not a Type-C port, which is very unfortunate. The right side of the device sports the volume keys and the power button, while on the other side you have the hybrid SIM slot. The back of this device has the dual rear camera, the MI branding and the fingerprint sensor, which I must say is actually quite responsive to a high degree. There is no official IP rating, so I would recommend you keeping it away from liquid sources and probably the swimming pool. The display on the Redmi Note 6 Pro is a Full HD Plus LCD with Gorilla Glass and a 19:9 aspect ratio with 403 ppi, and since it was released in 2018, it has a humongous notch. Media consumption on this device is average, as this isn't an AMOLED panel, but colors are actually quite accurate to an extent. The bottom primary speaker makes for a nice experience, as can be heard. With a maximum brightness of just over 400 nits, legibility of the display under direct sunlight is quite a hassle. The internals on the Redmi Note 6 Pro includes a Snapdragon 636 chipset with a Kryo 260 1.8 GHz octa-core processor. This device also supports the Adreno 509 GPU. The processing power translates to a fairly smooth user experience. Multitasking and switching through apps occurs quite easily. When it comes to benchmarks, the Redmi Note 6 Pro scores 1306 and 4357 for single and multi-core tests respectively on Geekbench. Gaming experience on this device is quite average at best, as it can only run PUBG on low and medium settings, with even visible lags experienced while gaming on the medium settings. The device sports a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel primary sensor and a 5 megapixel f1.9 depth sensor on the rear, and also a 20+2 megapixel front-facing shooter. All these specs translates to images that are vibrant in color, with decent dynamic range and a great amount of details. Portrait mode on this device also captures images with great details, proper subject separation from the background, and a high level of color accuracy under proper lighting conditions. Under low light condition, however, the device struggles as images are blurry with high amount of noise. Video on the Redmi Note 6 Pro is actually decent, especially when there is no camera movement, though this device does not support 4K recording. When it comes to software, the device comes out of the box with Android 8.1 Oreo. Gesture navigation on this device is actually a delight once you get used to it. You swipe quickly from the bottom to go home, toggle to open the apps by swiping from the bottom and holding at the middle slowly, and going back by swiping from the right to the end. When it comes to battery performance, the Redmi Note 6 Pro excels with its 4000 mAh battery and a screen on time of almost 7 hours. I found myself using this device for a full day. Charging speed on this device is actually also decent. Despite the absence of a Type-C port, the Redmi Note 6 Pro has a couple of things going its way, like its immersive and vibrant display, decent rear and front-facing cameras, its large battery that could last up to a full day. It also has a sturdy metal build that adds to its durability, with just cons like the lack of USB Type-C. But for a starting price of $160 I think it's still a good buy in 2019. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when next we drop a video. We've got some awesome content coming up, plus a giveaway which you wouldn't want to miss. Goodbye.